Okay, so this is a demonstration on how to draw a perfect circle without using a compass. The first thing you need to know when you're holding your pencil to sketch is you don't want to choke up on it. You don't want to be gripping it right next to the tip. You want to hold your hand kind of in the center, and you need a full-size pencil to do this pretty well or easily. And you want your hands and your fingers to be relaxed and almost straight. Now, the trick to this is that you're moving your wrist and your fingers in coordination to make a perfect arc. And after you can swing a perfect arc, you can make a circle. So the first step is to just practice making an arc, and I always start with my fingers straight, and I sketch lightly and loosely, and I always go down and back. So down and back. Now you notice when I swing down, my pencil tip gets close to my wrist. The closer my pencil tip gets to my wrist, the bigger my arc. And I kind of just bounce back and forth. So arc, just practice a couple times. Start up at the top with your fingers straight and stroke down towards your wrist. If you're left-handed, it's the same basic thing. You want to relax your hands and your fingers. You'll see me from time to time drop or fling my pencil because I don't hold it very tightly when I'm sketching. It allows me to just make a little more easy, loose marks. So down. It's a little different motion for me when I sketch left-handed, but something like that. So how do you turn this into a circle? The trick is that you turn your paper and not your hand. So you start with your first arc, make a nice perfect arc, then you just lift your hand and rotate your paper slightly. Put your hand back down, start on the tail of the last arc, and swing again. The exact same motion. Sometimes this takes 4 or 5 rotations, sometimes 6 or 7. It depends on how round your arc is. So now I'm starting back on the last one, and I just make another circle or another arc. Start back on the last arc, swing down and back. And again, looks like I'm going off the paper. This might be getting too big, but I'm going to try and bring it all the way around. Just drawing on the table a little bit, not the end of the world. So I just about got it. So this one got a little extra large. Had I gone back here, I could have maybe tried to make it smaller and fit in the page. You can always continue and shrink things up a bit. But this is the idea of making a perfect circle. You just are swinging your fingers and your wrist slightly. When you make a small circle, you're just doing it in a mini form. You're just making a nice little arc, then you rotate your paper, start on the last one, make the exact same arc. So it works for any size. It's a little bit easier to start big first and then go to smaller circles once you get the feel for this little motion that you have to make. But there you go, then you have a perfect circle. Now if the thickness of the line and the sketchiness bothers you, one way to fix that is to take your eraser and just make the exact same motion and just trim it up, inside, outside. You're just reshaping that circle a little bit by cleaning it up. So a pretty simple exercise. It's good practice. There are very few things that you will ever draw that really don't have any circles or arcs involved at all, so it's a pretty important skill. So this is drawing a perfect circle.